everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 645. We are that podcast talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am Mako-chan.
Oh, somebody's sounding a little saucy tonight.
I'm sassy tonight.
The gang's all here.
I
Very
know. Oh. Is there a reason why you're being sassy tonight, or is it just because?
Yanu?
Fair enough. And if you're not sure what Mako-chan means by that, keep participating with us. We are live tonight, week of August 20th, 2024, right here on Twitch TV. We are here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You will always find us here on Twitch at twitch.tv/anime jam session. We're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at vognetwork.com. And you can also find them on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/vognetwork. And while you're at it, come hang out in our Discord, vognetwork.com/Discord. Every show that's part of the Voice of Geeks Network has a channel, so come through, hang out, say hi, leave articles. We'd like to hear from you. So now we got that out the way. Let's kick things off with how was your week? How was your day? Ari.
Mostly work-related stuff.
Yeah?
I know, after what I said last week, this week hasn't been nearly as eventful, I guess you could say.
I believe it.
But nonetheless, pardon me, I'm moving closer to my closing date.
Well, that's good.
And mostly it's, trying to figure out the best, plan of action for moving shit over there and, getting all this, all my furniture moved over. I mean, it's just a bedroom and a bathroom and some kitchen appliances, but, it's just weighing heavily on me. That's all.
No, I totally get that. I totally get that. I would, I understand the whole move thing. I've yet to find a place, and I'll get into that in my weekend day. But I totally get that. So,
as a pod culture had asked, yeah, I'm supposed to be closing on the 30th, and after that, it's once the new place is in my name, that's when I start going double time on moving everything else around.
Well, that's good. At least you got something good going on. I'm glad to hear that. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, man.
You got it. Mako-chan, how was your week? How was your day?
Yanu.
Can you tell the class what you mean by just Keanu?
So, probably about, about a month ago now, I saw that Dogstar was going to be playing about 2 hours from here. So I had to go and see Dogstar, given that it is the band that Keanu Reeves is in. So, gathered some people, including Ranma, and booked it out there to be able to see Dogstar. So I am still riding the high of being, maybe 50 yards from Keanu Reeves on Saturday night.
Yes.
So yeah.
You're still starstruck, huh?
Yes. And I will say that I have listened to the band before. I mean, the band is uh, pretty damn old at this point.
Mhm.
Um, I think it's 30 years ish,
Yeah, give
maybe
or
a little
take.
more, maybe a little less. So, I mean, I've listened to the music, but I've never had a chance to actually go and see them live. So it was really nice to be able to just go. The music is pretty good. If anybody's, really wondering about it and going, oh, it's, just a gimmick. No, it's not. The music is pretty damn good. Um, Keanu doesn't even speak, he doesn't sing. He just legit is there playing bass. So it's not, trying to be gimmicky like some of the other movie stars are that, do it because, they like music, but they like the fans. No, he just likes music. So if you are into, like, I think the lead singer has a very Tom Petty-ish sound to his voice, and the whole thing reminded me of a U2 concert. So if you're into that kind of music, go and check them out. They are pretty good.
Oh, because this is the first time I've heard them. And they're pretty good. I thought they were like a cross between Tom Petty and the Wallflowers. That's just me personally.
Yeah, so this is just, a summer tour right now. They're, obviously Keanu Reeves has a bunch of movies in production and pre-production and post-production, so he's got to get back to that after the summer. And there is a new album coming out, so hopefully they'll tour again next summer.
Well, didn't I pick up that album over the weekend?
That's the one that's their current album.
Okay, so there's another one coming out.
Yes. A lot of the songs that they uh, played on Saturday were new songs coming from a new album that is not out yet.
Ah, okay, all right. Because I had told a friend of mine, they were hoping that they would play a certain song. I'm like, I don't know the band, but here are some videos. All right,
But yeah, that's about it.
cool, cool. So my weekend day has been basically like the same as Mako's, more or less. We went out to see Dog Star. I'm still apartment hunting, and so I was talking to my roommate, and we're going to change our strategy now. So instead of telling people that we're roommates, I'm basically going to tell the real estate agent that's my girlfriend. We're just looking for a 2 bedroom place. And I know they're going to ask, well, if you're moving in together, why do you need a 2 bedroom place? And my answer will be simple. We're going to turn the second bedroom into an office for us to both to work out of. Seems like a legitimate strategy, you know? So,
Yeah, it might help out, especially if they know that it's for an office and not for, you know, a nursery.
exactly. And we looked at a place tonight. It was pretty small, but it's like basically we can make it work. And I said, look, it is small, but you know what? For 2 grand, it's the best we can do. And we can save up more money for this. We could probably stick around here for a year and then see where we go from there. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you really got to start buckling down. So if that's what it is,
Yeah.
then
In a
go
way,
for the year. And
I should have said that previously, but I was like, I was just trying to play it straight. And as Pop Culture says, yeah, I was in your shoes about 2 years ago. And I feel that. Like I said, if the situation that I'm in that left me holding the bag wasn't so cathartic, it wouldn't be so bad. Thankfully, people I used to live with who moved out, they're going to cash in a couple of favors and see what they can do for me. And I'm like, I appreciate that. There's that. Interesting story about our trip to see Dogstar. So now, if you work retail and even some corporate jobs, you get access to certain websites where you get discounts on a lot of stuff. And half of these discounts are no different from the same discounts you see, like if you book through this site or you buy something from that site or something like that. Sometimes. So we went and booked our hotel room through a site that they say that they use corporate prices. So, and I did some comparison. Where I booked through was actually $20 cheaper. So I was like, okay, I got us a room, a suite, 2 queen size beds. I'm like, this is perfect. We get there, we check in, go to the room, only 1 bed. I go back to the front desk and explain this is the wrong reservation. Somehow, in their system, a 2-bedroom suite room changed into a 1-bedroom suite, 1-bed suite. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? Now, instead of like proverbially losing my shit and going ballistic on this guy, the guy who checked this in, he's a little hood. And I'm just like, you know what? His hood is going to outdo mine. So I'm just going to play it straight across the board. So I called the site and explained the whole situation, and they greatly apologized. So while I'm dealing with this, I go see about a rollaway. And the guy's like, well, we get your rollaway, it'll be an additional $15. I'm sitting here thinking, you're gonna charge me an extra $15 after y'all fucked up my reservation. Fine. Whatever.
It's the corporate greed, I tell you.
No, it's just the laziness. Because the guy says the entire hotel is booked solid. If the entire hotel is booked solid, how come there's only 10 cars in your parking lot when your parking lot can handle about 50 to 60?
Huh.
So I call the company that I booked through. They call the hotel. There's no answer. And they profusely apologized and said that we'll put you somewhere else. You don't have to pay anything extra. So we tried to get into the venue where Keanu was, but we couldn't. So we went to another hotel, it was a smaller, but it was just as nice, plus breakfast. So we went there. I went ahead this morning, called their corporate headquarters, filed a complaint. The person profusely apologized and gave me 5,000 points. And then I'm supposed to hear back from the local hotel. I will give them about a week. And then I will call back and be like, I didn't hear back. I want a partial refund. Simple as that. Because I paid extra, for the rollaway. At least give me my $15 back. Paraphrase James Silent Bob, put that shit in my hand, And Pod Culture says, I just got done with a couple of eBay sellers pain in the ass. My brother in Christ, I'm going to tell you this real quick, then we're going to get into housekeeping. Back in January, I bought a replacement lens for my camera just to cover my arse. And the guy says it's slightly used. Okay, fine. I break it out in March for ZenkaiCon. A portion of my shots were horrible because the motor was grinding gears as I was pulling shots. And it's like, this was ridiculous. So I made it through the con and I contacted the seller. Nothing. Nada. So
He ghosted you?
Yeah. And he has this amazing rating. So best thing to do, I just left a shitty review and called it a day. Because by this time I can't go back through TD Bank to, to dispute it because it's been so far gone. So I end up sending the lens and like the purchase order to the company, Tamron. Unfortunately, because it was used and not in the box, the warranty couldn't carry over. So I think I dropped about $125 to have them fix the lens, and they basically refurbished that shit.
Well, that's good, at least.
Yeah, because before my other lens, quote unquote, disappeared, I think I pulled at least 10,000 to 15,000. I've pulled almost 15,000 shots off that lens in like 6 years. So, and hopefully with all the repairs, I can get another 15,000 out of it before I go ahead and upgrade to a mirrorless. And I kind of hope I'll have my mirrorless camera for Zenkai next year because with moving and finances and stuff, I don't really see that happening for AAC. But because of like because of the like since AAC is like a really chill convention, I can shoot like I did at Shenanigans and still get some good stuff done. So there's all of that. So let me take a look at something real quick. They're saying the screen got small. Oh, checking in the screen looks fine to me. I mean, the odd thing is like when I check our stream in in Opera, which is a Chrome browser, it knocks the resolution down to something atrocious and kicks back up. And if it does do it like in 10, 20 seconds, I have to like manually change it. But it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. So let's go ahead and get into our next story for tonight. Next thing for tonight is housekeeping notes. I want to let you know that every VOD, every video podcast of Anime Jam Session is available on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Anime Jam Session. You will find them available Thursdays at 12 noon. If it's not up by then, I most likely will forgotten, and it'll be up as soon as possible. So please bear with me. Also, this weekend is Anime NYC, August 23rd to 25th. This weekend at the Jacob Javits Center in New York City. If you want a Saturday badge, you're going to have to hunt one down, but I believe there's a few Friday and Sunday badges left. And honestly, I don't think I am ready for this con. I'm only doing one cosplay, and it's Ranma Saotome for the world premiere showing of episode 1. And then I'm changing right back into my regular clothes after.
How much are the tickets?
I think it's like, well, $100 and some odd dollars.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
that's harsh.
well, I am doing media work, so at least there's that. So, and thankfully, a friend of mine, Nami Morgana, will be giving us a comprehensive con report. So you will be seeing that in a couple of weeks. Let's see. You'll hear my thoughts on the convention next Tuesday, so that'll be great to hear. I think that is it. I think because me dealing with this move and other stuff, I just don't feel like I am ready. But on the plus side, Friday is a half day, so I'm just heading right over there after work. I'm probably going to miss the 2 p.m. Love Live panel, but it's like, that's okay. I just need time to kind of relax, walk around, and take some pictures. I don't think I'm going to try to get as many photos as I did last year, but I'm going to get some good quality stuff. I might actually probably go as far as grab like a couple of close-up two-shotters and just keep it going or something like that. Well, we'll see about that. See how that goes. So now that we got that out the way, we're going to get into Geek Roundtable. This is the part of the show where we talk more about the geekier aspects of our life and stuff that we've been doing. So, Ari, what you got for Geek Roundtable?
Well, it's something I've been wanting for a little while now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I placed this order, it was about a month ago, and I've been burned by like online shippers before because it turned out it was a drop ship place, and it was a total scam, and I had to call my bank and say, hey, this stuff never appeared, so I can have my money back.
Yeah.
But this wasn't the case today because this came in the mail for me the other day.
Okay. Is that an actual jersey?
Yep.
Nice.
Got all the text. Oh, and you know how I like to say I do my shit custom?
Mm-hmm.
Voila.
There you go. So what does the number 6 stand for?
When I started playing MLB The Show, like the summer of like 2016, 17, this was after my dad passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And his favorite player of all time was Stan the Man Musial. He's a Hall of Famer for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
And he wore number 6.
Ooh.
And so so since then, like, and with the show that year, you couldn't actually like some of the, like, what do you call it? Some of the names for that you can have the commentators say when they call you out, like the name Ari wasn't available, but
Mm-hmm.
when I was playing for a friend of mine, he was like, got like to say Big Daddy Rock. So so that's how I my character became known as Big Daddy Rock #6.
Okay.
So when so if I'm ever doing anything with like a you know custom name and like number, that you're more than likely gonna see me in a #6.
I will say this. If I was to do a personalized jersey, I probably wouldn't do DJ Ron Mass. I mean, I would
Or
probably
just Ranma.
no. I would put Sao Tome and just put one half put on the back, if possible.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
But yeah, this thing's been on a hanger in my closet ever since. I'm like, I really don't want to get this dirty because I have no idea how I'm going to get this, where I'm going to take it to get it clean.
Just take it to the dry cleaners. Look,
Well,
my Sailor Moon soccer jersey. After I wear it 2-3 times and hang it up, I take that bad boy to the dry cleaners.
hmm
I mean, if you spend a good chunk of money on it, you definitely take that to the dry cleaners. You take very good care of it.
uh-huh.
All right, Mako. What are you? Which one of those plushies is that you're showing off?
Um, this is again from um my little demon game, Obey Me.
Hmm.
So this is one of the demons, it's Asmodeus. He is the demon of lust.
Okay.
His eyes look like a audio visualizer.
I keep thinking of Protect Mike from My Hero Academia.
Oh,
Is it?
also for those that are, paying attention right now or listening in on the stream or, listening in on the recordings,
Hmm.
uh, go check out the Anime Jam Session Facebook page. Just saying.
What did you do?
I posted cat pics.
I hope I don't have to. I hope I don't have to start moderating your posts.
Nah.
Okay. All right. So for my
Oh, okay. I see it now.
for my geek roundtable, I finished Data Live, 5th season. I think there's going to be a 6th, and I'm hoping because it was really good. I finished Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc. I don't like where it left on that cliffhanger. Ugh. But I don't get why there was hate on this arc. I liked, seeing them training and being better. I didn't mind that. But I'm sorry. If I was one of the Hashiras and I'm fighting Kibutsu and I'm falling like that, and I shall let's see. Hold on. I I don't remember that I I don't fully remember the villain's last name because how you say it. Muzan Kibutsuji. Okay, that's it. Or bootleg Michael Jackson, as some have called him. And I'm sorry if I'm attacking and he pulls a trap door and I'm falling. I would. I'm sorry. I'd be shouting, Muzan Kibutsuji, you're going to hell when I'm done with you, you bitch bastard. Or you raggedy bitch. I'm sorry. I would have thrown something else after after going to hell or something like that. No. I would have thrown some insults. I'm like, nah, we ain't going out like that. um
You just hear, you motherfucker!
you son of a bitch. Yeah, something like that. And I started a new anime called Tales of Wedding Rings. It's like It's a harem isekai. Basically, this guy and girl been longtime friends, and then she ends up having to go back to her world to get married. He jumps in and confesses his love for her, and she kisses him to give him the power of one of the rings. And it kind of seems kind of sort of one sided, but I believe in the second episode they actually confess their feelings, and it's been going from there. It's actually pretty good. I'm caught up with Plus Size Elf. I'm caught up with Oshino Ko. Um, I know I have to finish Yuru Camp and a couple of other titles. Oh yeah, I'm also caught up with My Hero Academia. So a part of me kind of hopes that they kind of stray away from the manga and make things slightly different. And this is something I was thinking about. It's like when you watch an anime, when you read the manga and there's an anime adaptation, it stays faithful to the source material maybe 99% of the time. The only exception is like Full Metal Alchemist, where the anime caught up with the manga. Things like that, you get filler episodes and alternate endings and stuff. But it's like if there's a comic book, when there's an adaptation, they may pull maybe 50% of the source material and just like, fuck it, we'll just go with that. Which sometimes I don't mind either, because I fully believe if you keep things one to one exactly, the series becomes predictable and then you're not going to want to watch it. I mean, like, I liked in Sailor Moon Crystal where they went into the Shintano. I would have been nice if they did more of a background, so that would have been cool. But you know, enough about that. So there's that, and I'm gonna show off one of my Q poskets that I bought. And if you've been following this show since the beginning of the year, y'all know how much I've been talking about my Sailor Venus Q poskets that I got from Japan. Now, it's besides the fact that I am a Sailor Venus fan. That's not even the reason why I've been like over the moon with these figures. It's the price that I paid. Long story short, while I was in Japan, I get a notification from Amazon about my pre-order for the Q poskets. One of them, the date changed to don't know yet. So I said, fuck it. I went to Nakano Broadway and I just started hunting them down. And I found them both in one store and I said, you know what? I'm going to come back. I made it through maybe almost all of the stores, went back. By the way, that place needs a map so I can see what's all in there. I went back and picked up both of my Eternal Sailor Venus figurines. Because remember, Q Poskets comes in 2 variants. I paid a total of 4,000 yen. At the time, actually, the way with the dollar to yen ratio is right now, I'm going to punch it in and I'll tell you basically how much
27.50.
Yeah, that's basically how much I paid. And as soon as and know what I did? I got on the app, went into my pre-orders and canceled both of them. I'm like, screw that. I got 2 figures for $27.50. And it says on here, you probably can't see, but it says it's unopened. And that's the best part. Because if you think about it, these Q Poskets are Japan's equivalent to, I would say, Funko Pops per se. But these are a little bit more attractive with bigger anime eyes, you know. Because in Japan, Q Poskets will run anywhere between 500 yen and like 2,000 yen. Whereas Pops here will run you anywhere between $10 and $15. So, you know. So this one.
So it's about the same price range.
Give or take, yeah. This is the B variant of Eternal Sailor Venus. So this is kind of cool. So, and next week I will show off the A variant. The only difference is it's a slight color change. Like if you look at the Sailor Moon figure arts, there is a set that came out years ago, and then there's another set that came out recently called the Animation Color Edition, where they just basically recolored them to look more closer to the anime. And that's basically what these are. Except that the figure arts will probably run you about $40 to $50, and these won't. And now we got that out the way. Let's get into tonight's first story. Marco, what's up with Crunchyroll and Spotify?
Yeah. So Crunchyroll is collaborating with Spotify for the ultimate anime-inspired playlists on the music streaming service.
That's cool.
So starting yesterday, Spotify started featuring specialty curated playlists of anime music selected by Crunchyroll, as well as host the streamer's official podcast filled with anime loving celebrities. Per the press release, Crunchyroll and Spotify are partnering up for playlists of curated anime releases that will be available starting uh, Monday, September 19th. Crunchyroll is also receiving a dedicated shelf on Spotify's global anime hub.
Hmm.
Exciting partnership between the two companies comes as anime music streams on Spotify have skyrocketed by 395% since 2021.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you this right now. You want to know why the anime music streams have skyrocketed like that? Because most weebs don't know how to acquire the music. I mean,
Mhm.
look, I have tons of soundtracks on my computer. Unfortunately, I can't stream all of them while I'm about. But if some of it's on Spotify, I can listen to. Hell yeah! Like I play PSO2, New Genesis. I found out a while back half the game soundtrack is on Spotify. Find myself listening to it. I'm okay with that. All right, please continue, Mako.
Yes. So the curated by Crunchyroll playlists that are going to be featured, these are currently featuring as of yesterday. They will regularly be updated for new content. So the first is the broody black haired MC.
Thanks.
Anguished with a tragic past, this character's demeanor may intimidate some, but deep down, they just need a hug. The bubbly pink haired BFF. Always close at hand when a friend is in need, this character brings light positivity and an often underestimated strength. The OP white haired sensei.
Mm,
Underneath their cool, unbothered exterior, this character is an enigma to be unraveled. And the journey begins. You are the main character of your own story. The fate of the world depends on you, and of course, there are side quests.
I'm hearing the last, not this one, the one before, and I'm just hearing that type of music. I'm just seeing Satoru Gojo and Hatake Kakashi just sitting there at a table, just trading stories of their students while having lunch. You know. And Sadabiri says, remember in 2004 to 2008 when everyone on a server with iTunes on the same server could share a music library? I didn't even know about that. I did not know about that. See, years ago, Winamp had a third party app that you could install that would monitor your entire music directory. And you could just open Winamp, pull it up, and stream that. That was awesome. And then Google Play Music had the ability where you could just either upload your entire music collection to the drive or point the folder to it. That was cool. And they got rid of that. Microsoft has something like that with their music player. I forget the name of what it was called, but they removed
Zune?
No, it wasn't Zune. No, it came out with Windows 10. Let me see if I can find it.
The only one I can think about now is Windows Media Player.
No, it wasn't Windows Media Player. Groove. That's what it was called. It was called Groove.
Huh, I hardly remember that.
Yeah. It was, and what was cool about that, it was the same thing. You put your music in OneDrive and it could see it and it could play it. You could point your iTunes folder to OneDrive and it could see it and it could play it. That was fucking awesome. So basically, what CWB says, when he was in college, if you were on the same server, you could basically share iTunes libraries with everyone on the same server. That was the last time I used iTunes for myself. Okay, seems legit. I mean, honestly, I would love to be able to just stream my music, but then it would suck because going underground. So it is what it is. So I guess I now have a more of an inclusive reason to actually start listening to Spotify now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Which remind I have to install it on my work laptop now, which is cool. And I actually had to get a new Bluetooth adapter. Uh, Now the reason why I had to get a Bluetooth adapter is, I mean, my headset works great on my laptop, but there's a lag between the audio and video is out of sync, and that Intel
I
Bluetooth,
hate when that
yeah,
happens.
it's terrible. And it got to the point where, sometimes it would be in sync, then it'll go out. And I tried all the usual deductions. I said, screw this. I I went out and got myself a new USB-C dock for work to drive these two 4K monitors I have. And then I got the adapter today, popped it in the front port, ran it through, and it was great. And the best part is the audio quality is slightly better than what was coming through before. So I'm okay with that. And Podculture says, so because it wasn't in sync, he told it bye, bye, bye.
Boo. Boo.
Shall I play that sound effect?
Do it.
I gotta see if it's here. I don't think I have that damn sound effect anymore.
What, the losing horns?
Yeah, I don't have it anymore.
Damn it.
But I do have this. There's that.
It doesn't have the same effect.
True. I have to add a sad
Hang on,
trombone to this.
hang on a second. I have one that would be perfect.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's my I posted a link in our Skype chat. It's my go-to reaction for shitty puns.
Ah, podcast probably knows that one. He just blamed Deadpool for that, so that's Mako-chan's problem. She's the Deadpool tracker around here. All right, our next story is about the Big O. Ari, what's going on with the Big O?
Well, classic Toonami anime series is celebrating its 25th anniversary with new artwork by its co-creator. Keiichi Sato, the character and mechanical designer on the Big O, illustrated new artwork for the show's Western influence cast for fans on social media. Pardon me. Where was it? Sato drew the brand new illustrations on the Big O's 25th anniversary and shared them on his social media account on Twitter. The first illustrations of the three main characters, Norman Berg, Roger Smith, and R. Dorothy Wainwright. The second is a stunning portrait of the titular Big O. Throughout the show, Roger summons the Big O for battle by using his wristwatch to give the voice command, "It's showtime." And this is pretty nice artwork.
Yeah. Now, I remember I've watched bits and pieces of it. I'm glad that's on Crunchyroll. So I want to sit down and rewatch both seasons.
Oh, it's a great series.
I know.
It premiered in Japan on October 13th, 1999. Sato and director Kazuyoshi Katayama developed the Big O as a throwback to classic anime, like mecha anime like Super Robot Mach Baron, but with a film noir vibe. But the biggest influence was Batman, that is the animated series, and definitely a good place for inspiration. Roger's Playboy portrayal is based on Bruce Wayne, right down to his faithful butler.
Hmm.
Pardon me. Roger and Batman refuse to carry a handgun, but will fight bad guys with non-legal high-tech weaponry. It also shares a similar art style with Bruce Timm, the co-creator and character designer of BTAS. Bandai Namco Filmworks, formerly Sunrise, was among the 7 major animation studios that animated Batman at the animated series for Warner Brothers.
Wait, hold on. Are you telling me that Batman the Animated Series is anime?
Let's not go that far yet.
No, I'm just saying, because if that's the case, that does explain why the animation quality was so fucking smooth. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Where was I? Bandai Namco Filmworks, formerly Sunrise, was among the 7 major anime studios that animated the Batman for Warner Brothers, and is responsible for the Big O and other anime series like Cowboy Bebop. Especially the episode Pierre LaFaux draws inspiration from the Joker and the Penguin for the theatrical killer Mad Pierrot. And this is not something I wanted to see. The show struggled to find an audience in Japan, but because of its strong Western influence, it caught on in North America and appeared on Toonami in April 2001. And then Cartoon Network co-funded the second season of Big O with Bandai.
Yeah, evidently the second season wasn't as good, but I still enjoyed it though.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I loved it. And apparently lost digital media. That's what it says. It's not available for streaming. There have been no announcements of a possible 3rd season. A home release of the complete series was made available by Sentai Filmworks in 2017. Seta recently worked on the anime TV adaptation of Go-Go Loser Ranger, which is available to stream in North America on Hulu and Disney+.
I've heard good things about that.
I haven't heard. It's the first I'm hearing of it, but yeah, I always love hearing about Big O stuff.
I just looked up the Blu-ray. Amazon has it for $88. Jesus.
Any of it new?
It's brand new. One site has it for $64. High Def Ninja, the Steelbook, they're selling the Steelbook. Well,
For how much?
Well, no. It was a website off of Target at the time. It was like $52. It was.
That's still freaking ridiculous.
I know. I'm trying to see how much if Sentai Filmworks still has it. I'm going to the website now. All right, search products. And gone. It's out of print.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean that does suck, but it came out in 2017. They can't run it forever, so.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what's the name of that company? Not Shout Factory. Discotech Media. Maybe they'll get it and re-release it.
It's possible.
Yeah, I'm looking at prices now. It's like if you want to risk your luck on eBay for $23, going as high as 100, like 200.
That shit's probably
$100.
recorded off of a friggin' VHS tape for all we know.
Bro. No, actually, it's a Japanese release. That's why it's so cheap. I've discovered that, like, for some reason, American box sets of anime is more expensive than the Japanese one. Now, here's my thing. If you're not caring for the dub, it shouldn't matter to you, you know. But I also get not everybody knows how to turn their Blu-ray player region free, which I totally get. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think I dropped about $100 on the Love Life Sunshine movie to have it on Blu-ray. Just saying. So
we all have our vices with this thing.
well,
with this stuff.
Well, here's the thing. when I went to NDK in 2016, I dropped $150 on Love Live season 1, season 2, and the movie. They were $50 a pop. So I said theoretically, if I buy Sunshine, my budget is $150. Now, I should have went out and bought the box set like for seasons 1 and 2 of Superstar, but I'm actually waiting for the third season to drop so I get all three. It's gonna happen. But if I catch a good deal, then I'll catch a good deal. Now, if the box set was like $5.99, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sail the seven seas on that one. I will say, I think Handmade May, the DVD box set's worth a lot of money. I wouldn't mind a Blu-ray release of that. So next story, we're gonna talk a little bit of Ranma, which is kind of cool. I like this. So there is a new species named after Ranma. So it seems that a new species discovery is a testament to the ever-evolving biome that is our planet and the tenacity for species to adapt to their surroundings. A great part of these discoveries is how names are chosen. Often chosen by the person or persons who discovered the creature, the names regularly reflect some aspects of the new species. Sometimes the best way to represent the newly discovered species is borrowing the name of a fictional character. So what is a researcher to do when they discover a species of crustacean that is both male and female? Name it Ranma Saltome. On Twitter, the account for Hokkaido University, which is twitter.com/science_HU with a capital letter. Well, even if it's lowercase, it should still work either way. So, the Faculty of Science reported the discovery of a new species of Thanadacea aspudidae, often a 2 to 5 millimeter shrimp-like creature. Master's student Yoshinobu Matsushima and Dr. Keiichi Kakui discovered this species at the port of Nagoya Public Aquarium and named it Apsudes ranma, after the character Ranma. Hokkaido University posted the abstract in both Japanese and English on its website. The English version is cut short, though. The two researchers chose the name because the new species of Thanadacea aspudidae is both male and female. While this is an apt name for the new species, Takahashi's Ranma is not technically both male and female. Rather, Ranma exhibits typically male or female phenotypes depending on the temperature of the water he is hit with, becoming a girl with splashed with cold and a boy with hot. There was no comment from Rumiko Takahashi on this stuff. But this isn't the first time a Takahashi character has been used in the name of a new species. Back in 2014, the species of harvestman spider was called Taita kakera after the pieces of the Shikan no Tama jewel from Inuyasha. Most recently in 2020, the Sigaritas Sayama Lamue butterfly was named after Yorosei Yatsuru's heroine Lum. Takahashi characters are no strangers to being used for new species names. Fan favorite anime and manga character Ranma Saltome will live on in the name of a Thanadacea aspudidae species, and is just in time for the remake of Ranma 1/2, which will premiere in Japan on October 5th, and it will exclusively stream on Netflix after its broadcast. So that's really cool. And to reflect back to Big O, Ciaberry says, I had the DVDs somewhere, I think. I forget if I ever remember to buy the Blu-rays. And I get that. All right. Our next story is about Aniplex Online Fest. Let's see. Take it away, Mako.
Yeah, so last Friday, Aniplex announced that they are going to once again host the Aniplex Online Fest. The event is being held on September 15th at 11 p.m. EDT, which is September 16th, 12 p.m. JST. This year's event will feature at least 20 anime and game projects, including a very, very lot. Let's see, Windbreaker, Blue Exorcist, Beyond the Snow, Saga, Leveling, I May Be a Guild Receptionist, Sword Art Online, Alternative, Gun Gale Online 2, 2B Hero X, Fate Strange Fake, Demon Lord 2099, Madoka Magica the movie, Walpurgisnacht, uh, and a whole lot more. So they started hosting the live event in 2020. The event has typically been streamed worldwide and has been bilingual, with the stream in both English and Japanese, and Aniplex confirmed that this year's stream will also be bilingual. So if you are looking for information on some Aniplex titles, you've got, September 15, 16, depending on where exactly you live.
Outside of Trash Art Online, I'm okay with it.
Not a fan, huh?
I liked Sword Art Online better when it was called Dot Hacks, my good sir.
That's a fair statement.
I mean,
This next
imitation.
one's yours, right?
Yeah, I know imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but then there's just this hot mess.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Yeah. Now, I actually thought there was already a trading card game with Love Live, but I think it's an expansion deck to Wei Schwartz, like the anime trading card game, But this is kind of cool. And we let it load, and here we are. Now, a teaser website opened today that the multifaceted Love Life franchise, which has an anime, manga, video games, books, novels, music, and a whole lot more, is adding a brand new medium to its repertoire in New Year 2025. It's going to be an official trading card game. Furthermore, 5% of the proceeds from the first booster pack shipment will be donated to the Noto Peninsula Earthquake Relief Fund. Well, that's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we know. We don't know what and how the card game is going to be played, but that's all that we know. But I can tell you that the third season of Love Live Superstar will drop this October, so I am looking forward to that. I think I'm actually going to wait a couple of weeks and watch that in a dub. But that kind of
I was gonna say, if I know trading cards based on off of anime and whatnot, it's probably going to be very poorly play tested. It's going to be one or two deck styles that are just going to make the meta just completely degenerate. And if that doesn't if it drives players away, then we probably won't hear anything else from it.
I will tell you this much: when I went to Mitsuwa, there was a play area just for the One Piece trading card game.
That sounds sad.
And CW goes, but what about the Love Life survival horror game? I mean, look, it's not really a horror when it's Nozomi Tojo chase you down for a washi-washi certain yan. I think that's more an excitement than a horror if you think about it.
And honestly, if Love Live gets popular enough, if all we got to do is wait enough, and Wizards of the Coast will drop a secret lair promotion.
Well, you got to understand the popularity of Love Live. That height happened years ago, in between season 2.
The same thing with Vocaloid and Miku Hatsune, but she got a secret lair drop.
Yeah, but Vocaloid is still going. It not really died out. It's like Vocaloid is like the OG idol. That ain't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Love Live kind of went ups and downs because of the fandom and all the popular outlets and so forth, But I can see that. And CW goes, Dead by Daylight, Love Live win. I don't know, sir.
Huh.
I don't know. But how about Dead by Daylight Isekai? You get killed, you get kicked to another game. That would be cool.
Uh, I'm
And,
just imagining servers overrun with griefers.
yeah, you get kicked to another game and it opens up to Elder Scrolls 4. Oh. All right. And our last story of tonight is about a store changing its policy so the customer could pay less on a gunpla, I believe. The entire title wouldn't fit in the rundown, so I had to shorten it. So it's for
So it's man accused of swapping Gundam model kit box covers in Akihabara shop,
huh.
and he threw out the model out of guilt. Okay, with a model for nearly every mobile suits featured in the franchise at different build levels, there's a Gundam plastic model or Gunpla for almost everyone. But some stores still carry Gunpla models, do not seal the boxes, making it possible for buyers to swap the box covers and illicitly buy a model at a lower price point. And that's exactly what happened at Hobbyland Akihabara on August 11th. Oh, get back here, get back here. Uh, The issue was brought to light on Twitter by a post by Hobbyland Akihabara on August 13th. In the first 5 posts, the stores stated customers are no longer allowed to open Gunpla boxes to check the contents. Instead, customers had to ask the staff at the register. Like, please do not open the box before purchase. Please check with the cashier. I mean, that's not that difficult to ask for, I don't think. Hobbyland Akihabara made the decision when it discovered a male patron had allegedly swapped box covers between Gunpla models to purposely reduce the price on the model he wanted to purchase. In a subsequent post by the store, they revealed the patron had swapped the box covers between a high-grade Cosmic Era Force Impulse Gundam and Gundam Aerial, between an entry-grade New Gundam and an HG Universal Century RX-78 Gundam, between the HGCE Force Impulse Gundam and the EG New Gundam, and between the HGUC RX-78 Gundam and the Gundam Aerial. This is getting confusing. If you're not into a gunpla or model building or whatever, you're just keeping all these acronyms straight. They said they gave the alleged culprit until 8 o'clock on August 13th to reach out to the store, down if they would report the crime to the police. Hobbyland Akihabara even posted a follow-up post 40 minutes before the time limit and said the store had his information because he used PayPay.
Oh, yeah.
Dumbass.
Whoops.
The culprit did not reach out to Hollywood Akihabara by the time limit, but however, according to a report by the Fuji News Network, the man appeared at the store while the news agency was interviewing the manager. And there's a section of it on the YouTube channel. During the encounter, it was revealed the culprit not only built the gunpla, but subsequently threw it out due to guilt.
Ooh.
When pressed why he committed fraud by the Hobbyland manager, the man said he had given into temptation. The interaction reportedly went on for an hour, after which the manager said he would still be pressing charges. I mean, the fuck?
Honor amongst something.
Weebs? Honor among weebs?
Sounds about right.
Also, am I picturing this wrong, or is it like the lid of the box, tells you what's in it and whatnot, and the bottom is just a plain brown unmarked package? Is that what I'm, because that's what I'm picturing here. Like, he could, like, he just like swapped the lids, and the cashier didn't think to like look at the back of the box to see if the front and the back matched.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one who's thinking that?
Kinda, sorta.
No. I guess I'm just being odd about it.
I'm going to add that spot to my list of places to visit. I have a feeling when I go to Japan, I'll probably end up like 4 days in Akihabara.
Yeah, that tends to happen with that place.
Well, as I said before, this time when I go, I'm saving it for last.
Yeah, well, if you do end up going to that specific store, I may have you look for some stuff for me.
I'm surprised you didn't have me look for stuff for you when I first went.
It must have slipped her mind.
This is being a specific store for Gunpla.
Hmm.
If you do go to this specific store, there's a higher chance of them having the ones that I'm looking for.
Yeah, she's looking for she's looking for Death Sky Gunpla models.
Not just that one.
You're looking for the one to make it look like Sailor Jupiter.
No.
Oh, really?
I'm looking for the Metal Wing Zero. I'm
Oh.
looking for Death Scythe, and I'm looking for Epion.
Oh
And yeah,
my
all three of them
god.
are from Gundam Wing.
You know what that means, Rama, when you're over there?
No, no. She just said, did you not just say metal grade Wing Zero?
Yes, I know it is extremely expensive.
Okay.
I mean, the phrase I
No.
was going to use was mission accepted.
No. No. All right, you got to understand something. Mako-chan loves Gundam Wing.
Oh, I know.
Her
I'm well aware.
boy is duo across the board. For those of you who don't know, I am going to Japan with my other friend CC Greywitch, who loves Hiro Yui and Relina more than anything. She's been trying to track down the new figures that came out a couple of years ago. If there was one metal grade, if they have the metal grade, I just hope and pray there's more than one. Do you see where I'm
People are
going?
going to be knocking people out over it.
No, I'm just like, do you see where I'm going with this?
Well, I mean, if that's something that she wants to spend her money on, then more than welcome. I am just, putting it out there.
All right. Well, which probably means a week before I go, there's gonna be this long email from her. Like, I just want a couple of things, and I just see this long email list. And Pod Culture says, I want a Phoenix from Gotcha Man. That I might be able to help you with. Like I said, Nakano Broadway is like the mecca of anime merch, and there are themed stores that have stuff like that. Like, there is a store for like pure wrestling. I think if Ari went in there, he would not leave.
Depends on what they've got.
Yes, there is also a metal composite Death Scythe Hell.
Mm-hmm.
If that could be found, that would be amazing, because that's like a $300 figure right there.
What?
Yep.
Oh yeah, these things get expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I figured that, but that is that is quite an escalation from some of the prices I've heard earlier.
Ari, before you bounce out, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I have a Ranma Saotome. Ranma has SH Figure Arts. I paid like $60 for it. It's going for about $150, $200. The Akane Tendo one is going as high as $400.
Jeez. Well, if you ever need quick cash, you know where to pawn them off.
You think these weebs would give top dollar?
Probably not.
There you go.
No.
All right, Ari, you gonna stick around till the end, or you gonna bounce out?
Sorry, man. I gotta get it.
All right, no problem.
I gotta get up at 4.
Yeah, because I just noticed that you had messaged. I was like, oh shit, we went past the time you had to go. So sorry about that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed hanging out with you guys.
Of course, we love having you here, man.
All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, you take care.
Bye.
Bye. All right, now we're back on two-player mode, and I have to go in and change the overlay to the default. There we go. And I gotta update the overlay to make it look like the last one we had. I was playing around with some stuff. So yeah, yeah, pod culture. Ari usually gets up at 4 a.m. for first shift, so sometimes he makes it for the full show, sometimes not so much. So and now that we got that out the way, we're only gonna do like two stories from our list of Meanwhile in Japan tonight. So let's see here.
Do I even have to ask which one you're going to choose?
Of course. No, you know which one to choose. I'm going to choose the third one.
Of course you are.
No, I'm going to take the second one.
Of course you are, which is why I'm going to take the first one.
Go for it.
Yeah, so, weird lawsuits in Japan, and this one's pretty damn weird.
Mm.
So, the Osaka High Court was recently tasked with deciding where the responsibility lies in an incident in which a ghost had its jaw broken by a karate master.
Looks like he was the only one kung fu fighting.
Yeah, the lawsuit stems from an incident that took place over a decade ago.
Damn! And I thought the wheels of justice were slow here.
In September 2011, a group of co-workers visited the Toei Kyoto Studio Park, a theme park in Kyoto, as part of a company trip. In addition to filming locations for production company Toei's period samurai movies and TV shows, one of the attractions the co-workers checked out was a haunted house. One member of the group, a karate Yudensha, or a karate practitioner who has reached the upper Dan certification levels, entered the haunted house while holding hands with his companion. It's unclear whether this was as a sign of affection or to steady his nerves, but if it was the latter, it apparently failed to do the trick. At some point in the pair's journey through the haunted house, a staff member dressed in a scary costume emerged, and as soon as he did, the karate man lashed out with his right foot, kicking the park employee in the face and breaking his jaw.
That'll leave a bruise.
Oh, and perhaps not coincidentally, the karate man had been drinking prior to entering the haunted house.
So it was drunken fist.
A lawsuit ensued, and the ghost employee seeking compensation. And in 2015, a settlement was reached in which the karate man agreed to pay 10 million yen, which at that time was approximately $8,300.
Damn.
However, the karate man then filed his own lawsuit against the theme park's managing company, saying that they too were responsible for the incident and should share the financial burden and cover a portion of the damages the man had agreed to pay. The karate man based this claim on 4 factors. 1, there was no partition or physical barrier between the ghost and guests. 2, the park had failed to train its employees to avoid attacks from customers. 3, the park failed to adequately inform customers that the haunted house contained human workers acting as ghosts. And 4, the park should have prohibited the man from entering the haunted house because he had been drinking.
Okay. All right. Okay. If this happened in America, it wouldn't even gotten this far because there have been signs about this all over the place. And the guy would have ended up behind bars.
Yeah, so not exactly a solid case. For starters, costume staff acting as ghosts and monsters are the norm for walk-through haunted houses in Japan. And most of them, i.e. all of them, do it without railings or walls separating them from the guests. So those features are really not to be expected.
Mhm.
The vast majority of patrons able to make it all the way to haunted houses without assaulting the ghosts. It also seems a bit too heavy of a responsibility to place on the park to train employees to block, dodge, and otherwise neutralize attacks, especially ones coming from trained karate experts. And finally, hey, this is your fault because I was drunk is pretty low on the list of convincing arguments when passing out blame.
Talk about having a sleazy lawyer.
Yeah, so in January of this year, an Osaka district court threw out the man's suit, denying his request that the park take on 4.8 million yen of the 10 million yen in damages the man had agreed to pay. The Karate Man then responded by filing an appeal with the Osaka High Court, upping his request to one that the park cover 7 million yen of the damages. Last month, the High Court gave its ruling and once again ruled in favor of the park, saying while it is true that the aim of the staff portraying the ghost to surprise customers, this is done with the understood principle that the haunted house is something that can be safely enjoyed. Unlike within the story of a movie or TV show, the ghosts are not actually attacking the customers, so there's no need for them to physically fight back. Concluding it is difficult to find any justifiable motive or logical rationale for the man's actions. So remember, everybody, if you're a trained fighter with speedy combat reflexes, easily startled, or drunk, skip the haunted house.
I got nothing. I'm just like that. That was just pretty outlandish as fuck all. On a suit.
I cannot. I mean, in America, sure, I can see some really weird, shitty lawsuits.
Yeah, but the lawsuit wouldn't even make it that far for something like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I read the news and see weird ass lawsuits thrown out all the time. The fact that it went so long and he thought he had an appeal and then upped the price that he wanted basically the guy he broke the jaw of's employee to pay or employer to pay. That's ridiculous. I think the guy was drunk when he started the lawsuit. The only thing that makes sense.
But here's my question. Where were the cops when all of this happened? That's what I want to know. Where were the cops?
Well, I mean, they were probably there after it happened. It doesn't say anything about him, being arrested or not. That's not what it comes down to. It comes down to he doesn't want to have to pay for breaking somebody's jaw.
Fair. And as Pod Culture says, is The Karate Man a sequel to The Karate Kid? Maybe.
I will take the official sequel instead of this shit. Thank you.
That makes two of us. Now, our next story, which is one Mako-chan knew I was going to take, we're going to talk about My Man Luigi and Family Mart, which is another chain of convenience stores I went to in Japan, which was really cool, and I enjoyed myself at that one. Let's see. Let me try. Sidekicks don't get more reliable than Luigi. And it's said that because he's one of the few that could easily murder the franchise's main character and assume their identity without a lot of people being any of the wiser. In fact, Luigi's Mansion series is an alternate timeline where he actually did that and ended up in a Silent Hill style hell where he must confront his past sins. That probably explains why I didn't like the game. Fanfiction aside, convenience store Family Mart is set to honor Mario's little brother starting today with an array of Luigi-themed goods and prizes across Japan. It stands to reason too, since Luigi and Family Mart both share the same color palette of green, blue, and white. Did not know that, but that's really cool. Now that I see it, that's really cool. Green is also the main theme of this campaign centerpiece product, starting with the Luigi's Green Vegetable Sandwich, which is 350 yen or $2.40. It's a diagonally sliced sandwich filled with boiled chicken, boiled egg, little bits of broccoli, egg salad, and lettuce. I would try that. For those who prefer hot foods, there's Luigi's Screamingly Spicy Green Curry Flavor Ramen for 228 yen. This instant ramen has bits of chicken, spinach, and cabbage, and its spiciness is inspired by the terror he experiences in the game Luigi Mansion 2 HD, and is a sticker for it in each cup. After purchasing a Luigi's Green Vegetable Sandwich or other sandwich, burger, or applicable bread utilizing food and showing the Family Mart Family Pay app, you get one stamp with the number of stamps you collect, make you eligible to win prizes. If you get 2 stamps, you can be one of 100 recipients of 500 Family Mart points worth 500 yen for shopping at Family Mart. Get 4 stamps, you could be one of the lucky 20 winners of a Luigi soup container. That's cool. Collecting 8 stamps can get you to enter to win one of 5 Luigi suitcases, so you can share your love of Luigi as you travel the globe. I like that. That's really cool. And even if sandwiches aren't your thing, there are other ways to win Luigi swag too. Just buying a small bottle of Tully's black coffee or a Suntory vitamin water will score you one of 4 Luigi keychains. Now, I've seen Tully's coffee shops around Japan, but I never got a chance to check one of them out. But also, starting next week, next Tuesday, August 27th, buying 2 specifically marked instant noodles or snacks will earn you one of 4 Luigi Mansion 2 HD file folders. That's cool. And on September 5th, the prize switches to Luigi stickers, each covering a different game that he has appeared in, which is Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and Mario Kart 8. If you want more ways to win, if you show the Family Pay app while buying one of these specially marked items, you'll get 1 stamp good for completely different Luigi contests. 100 prizes of 500 Family Mart points is again up for grabs as 2 stamps, but this time 4 stamps will give you a chance to win one of 20 sets of Luigi plates. Wow. And a collection of 8 stamps will enter you to win one of 5 Luigi blankets. Not only that, but by simply going to a Family Mart and doing a GPS check-in on your My Nintendo app, you get an exclusive Luigi wallpaper for free. That's really cool. But there's still more. Now, if you decide to buy a download card from the game Luigi Mansion 2 HD from Family Mart and register it on the contest website, you can win one of 100 plush toy sets of Luigi and Polterpup. That's cool. It looks like Family Mart is going all out for their brother in color. So check out a store near you for a rare chance to see Luigi in the spotlight by himself and maybe pick up some of their kick-ass mint chocolate stuff while you're at it. Which reminds me, my friend Kevin Bulk is getting married, and I shared with you like the official wedding invitations, which is an homage to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I told him he needs to, when he gets married, he needs to wear Luigi's hat because he has a webcomic called, It Sucks to Be Ouija. And then I said, if not that, you need to have all the groomsmen and the bridesmaid stand outside of the wedding hall as an honor guard holding up Nintendo zappers.
Mm-hmm.
That would be kind of cool. All right. We do have a couple of last minute things here we want to cover real quick. I meant to cover this at the top of the show, but it slipped my mind. There was breaking news this morning that voice actress Atsuko Tanaka passed away at the age of 61. Some of you will definitely know her as the voice of Motoko Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell. Looks like she was the voice in the film and the franchise. She was Conan in Naruto. You may know her as Lisa in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Francis Midford and Black Butler. He was the pinnacle voice of Bayonetta, which means I'm probably going to play through Bayonetta 2 with the Japanese voices. Hanami and Jujutsu Kaisen. And she was also the dub voice of Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider franchise for 5 games. And as it was pronounced, it was that her son, Hikaru Tanaka, announced this, that she had passed due to an undisclosed illness for over a year. So, when you get a chance, get out there, look at her Wikipedia page, check out some of the amazing anime she's worked on, and give it a spin. And the second thing I want to talk about real quick, a lot of us know Michael Wilson, better known as Night Mage. He just made this cool post, this amazing post on his public page about being a part of a cosplay documentary. The first part will be premiering Saturday, August 31st, 7 p.m. at the Hilton Saloon at Dragon Con. So that's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully this will be available digitally so I can check it out. Actually, no. There's a website you can go to where you can actually order it for $20. alteregos.com/?via=nightmage. The link will be posted in our group in our Twitch chat right here. If it'll, I see what it did there. Let me go ahead and see if I can do a clean pull of the link. Perfect. Oh, well, look at that. We have a bot in the room. Let me take care of this. And done. All right. I think that's it. I think it's time for all of us to transform and roll out. What do you say?
I agree.
Because I am getting hungry and I have not eaten dinner yet because I came right in from apartment hunting straight to the console. So if you like tonight's show, tell a friend. They in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. Independent bloggers, independent podcasters. So what we like and don't like, they're going to straight up tell you. If you have any questions about the show, drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. And while you're at it, and if you're enjoying the show, you can and if you're not sure where to find us, you can find us on any popular podcasting app. Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any of those. And what's cool is some of these apps allow you to leave a review. So if you could, drop us a review. It could be 5 stars if you like. Every little bit counts. And while you're there, while you get a chance, open up another browser and head over to our website at animejamsession.com, where you'll not just find our weekly podcast, you will find cosplay tips and tricks, cosplay interviews. You'll also find anime reviews, editorials, links to our convention and cosplay coverage on Facebook and YouTube, and so much more. Perfect. And while you're at it, don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. To everybody who follows our socials, thank you so much. We couldn't do the show without y'all. We appreciate the love and help that you send this way. And since you're still here, why not check out our tip jar down below? You can just send, if you want, you can tip us directly through Stream Elements, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi. You can cheer us on with bits. You can also sub to the stream and also give out gift subs too. Every little bit counts, and it goes right back into keeping the show going. Now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Mako-chan.
Cassie is petting herself on my microphone.
She's what?
She's petting herself on my microphone.
I wish you could show that.
She just paused the stream on me. So, yeah, I think she's trying to tell me something.
Yeah, it's time for you to go to bed. My last words is, I'm hungry, but I also got to try out my pants for Ranma. So that's it. That's it. Well, that is it. End of list. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. I'll tell y'all about Anime NYC in under 10 minutes or less. All that and a lot more. So, I'm Ranma.
And I am Mako-chan.
Great fight. Great night. See you next week.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Mako-chan.
Good night, Mako-chan.
Perfect. Awesome. We are out of here. See you next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!